What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here, bringing you another video. Today's video is on Kamen Rider. So, as I previously mentioned in my previous Kamen Rider related video, I was expecting to get some other stuff soon. That other stuff was stuff that I was expecting to get in, late April or as early as May. Not as early as May. What am I saying? As late as May. Early as late April. Late as mid May. But the 2 days before I did my Meteor, 2 days before I ended up getting my Meteor, figure, I actually ended up getting my my belt, which was a big surprise. The thing though was that I had the Meteor figure before it, so I thought, I might as well just do that first. Anyway, guys, I ended up getting this, and now, and so I'm gonna now show you guys what the box looks like. I did open it up already, so if anyone's wondering why does it look a certain way, it's because I opened it up already, because I wanted to make sure that I, for one, knew exactly what I was doing, and also because I know that there are batteries that are required, and they are AAA batteries, which is not, your usual. So anyway, guys, here is the Fourze packaging. So Fourze belt packaging, and as you can see, comes with 4 switches, and I'm trying to get, I always have trouble with this. Right here you have your here we have Fourze. As you can see, of course, it comes with the 4 typical switches. So as we can see, we have I'm like trying to do it. I guess I'll show it when we get the chance. It shows all 4 switches anyway. It shows what the belt looks like. So as you can see, here's the belt. On the sides, we have images of the switches and Fourze, of course, as well as the belt. And as you can see here, it says Fourze switches. You see the Astro switches right there. Also on top here, we see DX Fourze driver, which is normal, and we see what I'm gonna try to do it. It's a little hard to make it out, but on top here we get to see what exactly these equate to. So as you can see here, this is meant to be a rocket. This is meant to be like a missile launcher, and this one's meant to be a drill, and this is a scanner. And so those are the 4 ones that you get. On the back here, we get to see some images. So we get to see the belt in a few different ways. We get to see some actions. We also get to see some stuff. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I'm kind of previewing, so I'd rather not really show it for any length of time. So, but I just wanted to show you the back for a second anyway. Also on the side here, we got like what each of the, we got different symbols. So as you can see here, there's the X, there's a circle, there's a square, also there's a triangle over here. Those symbols are important. They're important in the show, and they're also important to the belt. So I'll explain that all. Okay, so now since we've gone over that, I have my belt. Just give me a second, guys. I need to remove the belt. I need to remove the switches because I actually had them in. So as you can see here, guys, here's the belt. I do have the belt straps on. I am going to remove them just so that it's easier to show them, to show the belt, just because it will be easier. Sadly for me, I cannot, I'm going to need an extension for this belt, because I'm able to wear a decade belt easily, but I can't wear a Fourze belt. How do I know? How would I know that? It's because I've actually I have a friend of mine who has a decade belt, and I tried to wear it. I could wear the decade belt. I can't wear a Fourze belt. For some reason, the length is not the same. It's pretty close though, so I'm gonna definitely need an extension for this belt. Sad, but oh well. So yeah, I do not personally own a decade belt. It's a cool belt though, I would not deny that. So it comes with these, so as you can see here, I'll go over a little bit of the design. A lot of this I'd rather not like talk too much about. As you can see here, here's the display. So as you can see, it's very faint right now. That's supposed to be Fourze himself. These are meant to be where you put in the switches. These holes here, each one of these holes. So each one of those holes is where you put the switches in. This is part of the transformation, and as I said before, there are batteries. You do have to put batteries in. There's 3 AAAs that are required. If you guys do not personally own a Fourze belt, I'm just trying to make you aware. It's pretty common with a lot of Japanese merchandise, especially in regard to toys like these. That typically you need AAAs. America is a lot more common AA's, but for some reason in Japan it's a lot of AAAs. Like for example with the Shinobi Katana. No, I'm saying I keep on calling it that. The Ichibanto, sorry, Ichibanto sword for Shuriken. Shuriken Sentai Ninja. That the Morpher, which is the sword or whatever, that require AAA batteries. This also required AAA batteries, and this is a few years older. Not like what, like 2 or 3 years? Yeah, still. You get my point. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna turn this bad boy on, and as you can see, there was some lights that occurred right there. And what I do now is I will show off a switch, just to give you guys a sense of what they look like. So as you can see here. Here is the switch. I'm gonna actually hold it like this. So as you can see, there's a sticker here. The sticker is meant to be, as you can see, it's in the shape of a rocket, which is why this is the rocket switch. So now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put this in the slot that works. So as you can see here, also I forgot to mention this. Each of these the switches are shaped a certain way. So as you can see here, that's why I mentioned that like the circle, the square, the triangle, and the X represent different things. As you can see, this is a circular switch. As you can see here, they're of different shapes. So you know, this one's the square. This one, I believe, is the X. No, actually, wait. I'm saying this is not the X. This is the sorry. This is meant to be the triangle. This is the X, and this, I believe, is supposed to, and this is supposed to be the circle. So what I have to do here is I have to put this in here, and I have to go. And as you just heard, it said rocket. So now, what I can do, is this already down? Okay, hold on. I'm like doing a whole lot of stuff right here. Sorry about that. So, what I can do is I can go and press this button here. And as you can see here now, the arm is flashing on the display. And that whole area right there is flashing, and as it said rocket on, that's what it just said. So now, now I have the rocket in, and I can just put it up again, and that releases it, or I can press it again, and it will put it on. Now. The next one is the the rocket launcher kind of switch, which I will try to show. I forgot to mention also, as you can see here, this is a circular disc, which is meant to represent like a button, like, oh, you're starting up a rocket. This is like a lever, and it's supposed to be, as you can see here, the foot missile cannon or whatever. So what you do here is now we go and we go. Why is this not going in? That's weird. Give me a second, guys. Okay, there. So now I can I just push the switch down. Personally, I can never understand what that one's saying, but regardless, we got that switch in, so we now have the arm and the leg on the I believe that is the let me see here. That would be the right side. I think it's either it might be the left side. No, that's the right side. Because I'm looking at, yeah, it's the right side. All right. So the next one is the triangle switch, which I will show you right now. This one, as you can see, is the drill. Very cool. A little bit different. So what you do is you just put this one right in. So now what we do is this one's a little bit different. You have to twist it. And, whoops. Okay, good. Never mind. And it holds in place like so. So now you see we have the two legs and we have the one arm. And last but not least, we have our other arm. So now what we do is we go like this. And that just said radar, which is supposed to be radar. You know, it's their accents, whatever. So what you do here, this one's a little bit different. This one you just like pull it down. Maybe people were wondering, how do I know to do that? The reason why I know is because, as you can see here, each of these switches have like these arrows pointing down, which shows you, okay, that means you want it to be a downward motion, or you want to press it down, you want to pull it down, you want to do something downwards. Some of these switches are a little bit more particular than others. Like for example, this one specifically shows you a little arrow here that tells you, okay, flip it this way for it to activate. But other ones, like, you know, this one, you just go like down. Okay, hold on, sorry. You just do that. So now let's move on to that sound that you kept on hearing a few times. So now since I have them in, I'm actually going to do something. I'm going to actually pull them all up. I don't remember for a fact that this matters, but regardless. So now what I'm going to do here is, as you may have noticed, there are these tabs here. These 4 tabs are important because this is how Fourze transforms. So what you need to do, and this is part of the transformation. So what you need to do is we start off with, let's just say, hit this one. So watch. More power. More power. More power. And here we go. 1. And it'll wait for me. And I'm just gonna do that temporarily. By the way, that sound I'm hearing, that's the sound basically saying, oh, I'm gonna deactivate that switch. So right now, I'm just gonna tell you, it will cycle through it and say 3, 2, 1, which is what they do in the show. So what we do here is we go back again to this switch, and watch this. And now we are Fourze. So then what we can do here is we can go I know there's a slight alteration in that sound, I believe. Now we try the foot missile. Different sound. Now we flip the drill. And then we do our final switch. And that sound happens. So then what we do here is we go. So that last part where I ended up pulling this lever, that basically says all the different ones again. The slight alterations with the sound effects, as you may have noticed. That's just because you're naming off everything. So pretty cool overall. One other thing was that same friend that had that decade belt also had an extra switch that came with his belt. So I'm gonna actually swap that out, and it is for the circle. So, which one is it? Well, these are switches 1 through 5. 1 through 4. I'm gonna say 1 through 4. The switch that he had was 5. So yes, I have 5. The next switch but I am getting some other switches that are supposed to be coming out soon. That was the other thing I was waiting for. That's another thing I was waiting for. I'm getting a few other switches. Those switches are ones that are like really late ones. So those are like really like high number switches, but I wanted to get them just because I remember them in the show. I've watched Fourze, I've watched a number of seasons, and Fourze is definitely a good season, which is why I kind of just wanted to get this one. I was considering getting Drive. I was tempted to, but at the same time I was uncertain if I really wanted to. I probably should have, but I'm perfectly fine with this Fourze belt. I'm not complaining. This is a cool belt. This is not a bad belt. I would have liked to have gotten Kamen even. Kamen would have been excellent. Kamen is really expensive. That's the problem. I'm really not someone I really don't need to spend that extra money. It costs a lot. I mean, I was able to get all this stuff really cheap. The belt and the switches and also the figure. Really cheap stuff. But if I wanted to buy the Kamen belt alone, it's gonna cost a bunch. It's not cheap. But anyway, guys, let's put in our magic hand switch. Yeah. So let me just show you that switch really quickly, guys. So here is magic hand. So it's like a claw. So now what we do here is we go magic hand, as you heard. So then, as you see here, this is like a flip switch. You just go. And it just said magic the hand. Magic the hand on. Very cool. So now we can go like this. Very cool. So overall, guys, this has been pretty cool. It's a pretty cool belt. Sadly, I cannot personally wear this. When I get the extension, which I hope to get soon, I will probably maybe do a short video just mentioning that and showing me wearing it and showing myself, going and doing all this crazy stuff with the switches. But currently speaking, I cannot do that. But I just wanted to do a little bit of a video on this just so that I could, explain that, yeah, I got this. It's very cool. If you're curious as to how these belt straps work, on the back here, I will actually turn this off now just because I'd rather not waste the battery, even though it's new batteries. On the back here, as you can see, there are these areas like this, and on here there are similar areas. So what you have to do here is that there are these two areas you push in, and then what you can do here is you just put them in, and you just got one side, and then same idea over here, as you can see. So then what we do here, give me 1 second, guys. So then what we do here is we go, I'm just trying to see it on, I'm trying to make sure it gets on camera. Okay, and as you can see here, there's the belt. Now sadly for me, I cannot personally wear it to any real extent. I am sorry, I'm just barely unable to wear it. Like, I'm so close. If my the length around my body was just a little bit smaller, I would be able to fit into it. Sadly, I cannot. Sucks, but I do plan on getting an extension, as I said before, so hopefully that will happen soon enough, and I'll just do a short video on that. But I'm really happy with this, guys. I think that this belt is pretty cool. I think it's a very cool belt. The design, it's a bit wild, but at the same time, it's a cool belt. You know, and if you're wondering what I mean by wild, I mean like like you can't really tell what the idea of the belt itself is unless you know the show. It's not something that someone can just pick up and be like, "Oh, this is about this." Like you wouldn't know if you weren't someone that's that watches the show. If you had like, I don't know, let me think about it. It would be pretty clear cut. I guess you could say even the dry belt is pretty clear cut. You know, it's pretty easy to tell. Oh yeah, drives belt. Oh yeah, this is all about like, you know, cars and stuff like that. And you can tell by the fact that they're shift cars. You can't tell anything from these. These are switches. But I mean, these could be anything. You have no idea. You know these are like switches, but that's about all you know, unless you watch the show. Which is why this is it's not something for everyone. But I mean, if you're into Fourze, which I personally enjoyed Fourze a lot, and it's also during one of my favorite seasons of Super Sentai, and they did a collab, and they did a you know, the movie that had the both of them, which was great. You know, I mean, I love Gokaiger, so this happened around the same time as Gokaiger, if anyone's curious. So yeah, and as everyone knows, Sentai and Kamen Rider are made by the same people, and they do promote one another. So it's not unusual for me to mention that, because it's pretty important to mention that idea, the fact that this happened during the same time as Gokaiger. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video review of the Kamen Rider Fourze driver belt. I personally like this belt a lot. I think it's very cool. Can't wait to get more switches. I will definitely do videos on those switches that I am gonna get. I hope to eventually get some other stuff. I'm planning on buying some more stuff in the future. Especially some Sentai stuff as well very soon. I definitely am looking into getting some more Ninja stuff. Hopefully I'll get some other than the stuff that I've already ordered for Kamen Rider. I hope to get some other stuff. But right now I only have like a bunch of switches that are coming. That's about it in regard to Kamen Rider. But we'll see. I hope to get more soon. I hope to eventually get some, maybe get another belt, maybe get Drive, maybe get Wizard even. Wizard would be awesome. I love Wizard. Gaim would be great. I would, seriously, Gaim is a season that I really liked Gaim a lot, but it ended off a little bit slow, but at the same time it was enjoyable. I would love to get a Gaim belt. There's a lot of belts I would love to get, and there's a lot of Sentai stuff I'd love to get. Regardless, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And also, while you're at, can you, please, guys, also check out other content on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video again. And goodbye, guys.